Hello, it's me, and I am going to make a flip book, or 2, or 3. I had a request to do this in a video since our connection wasn't that great on Saturday, so I am going to. Now these are going to be a little bit smaller. They are going to have 3 envelopes, okay? So what I've done is I have 2 envelopes. Now these are called social envelopes. These are the same ones I used on the live stream. They are 4 3/4 by 6 1/2. You can use absolutely any size envelope that you want to use, but know that your flip book size is going to be the size of your envelopes, meaning that your finished product is going to be the size of your envelope, okay? So what I've done is I've taken the 2 flap sides of my envelope. I've stuck 1 flap into the opening of the envelope. I've pushed it in. I've closed it, and I'm going to make sure that it's even all the way around. I'm going to hold it there in place, open it back up. Now mine has these little pulls on it, or these little covers, so that when you pull it off, the sticky part is underneath. So I'm going to grab that while holding, ow, try not to give yourself a paper cut. Pull this out and stick it down. Okay, and that's all you need to do if you've got that kind. Now if you've got the kind where you have to lick it or get it wet, then just do that. You know, get some water on your finger and wet that and use that as your tacky part, or get your glue and squirt some glue down there to hold that down. Okay, and then you're set. Now I like to have my bone folder handy just in case I've had to realign where these score marks are on things. I did give myself a little paper cut there, so be careful. Now I'm going to take my 3rd envelope, and this is going to go on this flap. So I'm going to take it, and it's going to go here. So I need to either peel this, glue it, whatever your preferred method is to get this to stick. So I'm going to put some glue on it and use the sticky part of that just to adhere this down to this part of my envelope. Okay, I don't want to butt it all the way up here because I want to leave enough room for this to fold nicely. Okay, and then I have this flap here, which is going to go over and act as my closure. Okay, so that's what we've got. We've got an opening here, an opening here, and then this is my closure. So you basically have your book. So I have made 3 of these. Okay, now this one I just used that sticky part, so I need to go back and add some glue to finish sealing this last page down to that back flap. So I'm just going to do that to my other 2 flip books here. Now I am sending these to people that have sent me random acts of kindness in the mail. So that's why I'm making 3 of these at one time. Okay, so those ones are put together. I'm going to put those off to the side, and for this video I'm going to just work on one of these. Okay, so that's what we've got. Now doing it this way, it's kind of nice because you do have this visible pocket here in the back that you can keep open. It's not a hidden pocket. So just keep that in mind when you cover this. If you want to keep this back pocket, don't put anything over this to close this off. You can totally use this as a nice pocket. Or you can do that to any of these pockets because they're nice. Or you can just simply cover this and that pocket will be gone. Okay, which is probably what I'll do here, is I'll probably close these. I mean, it's either way, it's nice to have these because then obviously this one's closed off because that's where we slid the envelope, but this one would be a nice pocket to keep, and this one would be a nice pocket to keep because, like in the live stream, I like to make these to keep these as more of a journaling type book for them, flip book. It's not going to just be a glamorous kind of card that I put together. This is going to be a usable little journaling picture book, whatever they want to use it for. Okay, now I don't have a whole lot of papers made, so I am going to use some scrapbooking paper on these, so hold on. So I'm going to use what I have left in this out of my Dear Lizzie Serendipity. I have quite a bit of this left, and I really like this paper pack. You guys know that I absolutely love Dear Lizzie. So I am going to use that. Let me find my handy dandy favorite little pencil here. Okay. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to figure out where I want a flip to be, and I think I want, and you've also got this pocket here, you guys, that if you wanted to keep that open you can, which I usually do. It's kind of a hidden pocket, and I'm not going to stick anything in there just because it's hidden, but see how you've got that in there. I don't put anything in there, but it's something that they'll discover when they get this, and if they want to hide things in there, they can. But I'm going to add a flip to this page. This is the back page, this is the second to the last page. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find a paper. Now what's nice about using a paper pack is or a paper pad is that all of the papers pretty much will go together. So I'm going to take this one, which has these cute little cameras on it, and I am simply going to make my flip. So I don't measure. If you want to measure, then you measure. But this is how I measure. So I'm going to figure out where I need to cut this, and of course how long I want my flip to be. And I'm just guesstimating. Let me go out here. Out, Kim, out. Okay, so I have my line up there. So I'm going to cut that there, and then this is where I want my flip. The length of my flip to be, so I'm going to cut that there. I have glue on there so my paper's not sliding very well. Okay, so I actually need 2 of these. I'm going to line that up, put it back in my cutter. Now my cutter isn't the best cutter. It doesn't like to cut things even. I don't know what it is. It's old. I really should probably get a new. See, like nothing is even on it. Like this line is all uneven. just has never been very reliable. And see, my thing always falls out. We have a good time together. Okay, so I'm going to glue these two pieces together. You know, if things aren't straight and even, it honestly gives your project character. So I'm going to glue these two. If you have two-sided paper, that's always nice. But, you know, we don't always, so... If you don't, you just work with what you got. And this is what I got, so I'm working it. I'm working it. Okay, so I want a little bit of a crease. Since this is, see how I've got a little bit of paper showing there, that's going to be the side that's going to be glued to this. But I want to make a little bit of a lip there. I kind of tried to make some more room. I'm going to do some fancy decorating on these boxes. So I've got these sitting on my desk at Project to Come. So let me get rid of those. Because I need to score this. If you don't want to get out your scoreboard, this is a good way to do it, is to use the gutter in your cutter. Your gutter in your cutter. And then I just do that, fold it over, use my bone folder, make my crease. And then this is going to get glued. Oh, darn, Kim. See, you guys? Darn diggity doodah. Dang. Now I'm going to cut that off. Did you see what I did? You guys saw what I did, right? So it's going to be a little bit shorter now because I scored it on the wrong diddy-doo-wop side. So let's try it on the long side now, because that's the side that needs to flip. Flippity flop. So let's score it on the right side now. Fold this down. Score it. Okay, so this is going to go here. Like there. It doesn't, I mean, see, it still fits in there fine. It's going to be just fine. Don't stress. It's all going to work fine. So I'm going to put glue on my little fold here. I'm going to stick that down. Okay. Now, if you're using two-sided tape or wet glue or hot glue or whatever you're using, whatever your preferred method of stickiness is, just, you know, use it according to whatever. I'm using wet glue, so I do have to give it a chance to tack. But once my glue tacks, believe me, my glue is not going anywhere. It is a fantastic glue. Okay, so we've got that going for us. I'm going to use the same paper to cover this page here. Okay, so this is how I measure. I like to have a little rim of white. So I'm going to measure. Put it in my cutter. That way. And that way. If you want to ink these up, you can ink these up. With this paper, it's not really directional because the cameras are going every direction. Sorry, they're so loud. How come you guys are so loud? So we're gonna put glue here. We're gonna get it centered.
You know a fairy garden? You can't have some fairy garden.
You want to plant your own fairy garden?
Yes. Us can plant it with a fairy. Can I get that?
Where did you see that?
On TV.
Is it for inside the house or outside?
Inside. Because this will have a fairy house.
Is it a plant?
Yes. Oh, we'll plant. Let's plant some flowers with the flower seeds you got.
Oh.
Mama, is there a good one?
I don't know. I'll have
For
to
Christmas?
Maybe.
Mama, you have to put it. Mama, my leg kind of weak. I can't run anymore. Head not time.
Okay, so that page is done. So I didn't go front to back, and sometimes that's the way that I do it. Because I wanted to decide where I wanted my flip to be, and so that's my flip right there. Okay, so see how good that looks? Just looks like it was meant to be, right?
No, maybe you make ice cream cones right on it in the front.
So I really like this one. I'm going to take off my branding strip because I saved these branding strips.
Depends. You kind of this one kind of loose.
Okay, just put it on my desk. And let's. Now I want to keep this. No, I'm going to cover this pocket because that's my sealed pocket. So again, I like to keep an edge of the white. I want you guys to be able to see what I'm doing. Let me go out. Okay, so either you can measure this with a ruler and cut it, but this is the way that I do it. Okay, so measure it that way. I'm going to put it into my cutter. I'm going to line my mark up with my gutter and cut. I'm going to find my other mark, line my mark up with my gutter, and cut. You can cut all of your papers first if that's easier for you, but my brain doesn't work that way. I can't plan that much ahead. I have to cut them as I'm making it. You know, you'll watch some videos where the person has all of their papers already completely cut and ready to glue in. My mind doesn't work that way. I can't plan ahead like that. So this is the way that I do it. I choose as I go. Okay, so we're going to glue this in here. It's helpful if you have a card. The nice people at Cold Stone let me take as many gift cards as I wanted. Yeah, sure. Take as many as you want. I always ask, because you never know what their reaction is going to be when you want gift cards. Okay, so there we've got that. And so now this one, I want to leave my pocket. I want to leave that open, okay? So I need to cut this one a little bit smaller. So let me find a paper that I want to put on there. I think I want to use this one. So I'm going to line this up with that line. Maybe go up a little bit. Okay. Find my pencil. I'm going to mark it. It's a little bit harder when you got white on white, but you can do it. Make my marks. Line my mark up with my gutter. And my other line up with my gutter. I always make sure that it's gonna fit. Now this paper is a cardstock. It's not a thin paper. And it doesn't matter one way or another. It's kind of nice working with the cardstocks when you're doing this. It's just easier to work with. But if you like a certain paper pad, then you know, it really doesn't matter whether your paper is a cardstock or just a thin paper. Doesn't matter at all. So for this, what I'm going to do is I also want to slide a piece of paper inside there to kind of decorate the entire pocket. So what I'm going to do is cut another one to slide into that hole. So I have to make sure that I don't cut it too small that I can't get it in there. Okay. I try to keep all my scraps over on my right side. So once again, I'm going to line this, put this in, put my mark in my gutter, one cut, two cuts, and then wrong one. I'm like, how did I cut that too short? And so this is gonna hopefully slide. Work it, work it, work it in. Okay, so that's gonna slide in there. Now I'm not gonna put glue on it and try to slide it in there because that would just be insane. So I'm gonna leave it in, put my glue underneath this end, slide it back there, because once it's in there you don't really need to get it up underneath there. But I am going to take these tabs from the envelope and squirt some glue there so that it doesn't rip. I want those to be sealed down good. Same on this side. Okay, I want that to be sealed down good. So they'll have a pocket here. This will dry, and so they'll be able to put things in here. Okay, so they'll know that that's a pocket. I'm going to let that tack so that when I do this, it doesn't pull it up. This is just a 1-inch round punch. I'm going to put it in here. Now on your punch, you should have these marks on the side. If you don't, then you're going to have to eyeball it. But on mine, I have these marks that tell me that I'm going to get a half of a circle. I'm going to center this by eyeballing it, and then I'm going to punch. And then I have a little thumb there with a little pocket. Isn't that cute? I love it. It's so cute. So see, it has a little thumb hole there, so you can definitely make out that that is a pocket. Now another thing that I could have done with these is I could have just simply cut those off. It's too late now for me to do that, I think. Yeah. But I could have just simply cut these off and they wouldn't have been there, but that's okay. This is our front. We'll decorate our cover last. I just like to decorate my cover last. Open it. First page, second page, pocket. Open it, flip. Okay, and then this is our back, or our last page on the inside. And then we'll have our back page here. Okay, so let's do this. So I'm going to do the same thing here. I want to leave this pocket open. So we need to do one more pattern. If there's a certain piece of paper, or you know, that you're doing, you can use the same paper all the way through. You don't have to all, you know, switch it up and be using different papers. I could have used the same pattern all the way through. So I'm going to take, I need to do it this way because I'm gonna leave this open. So I'm gonna measure it from this side. I need to leave a little bit up there. Okay, so I'm going to cut here, and I'm going to cut here. Alright, I'm going to line up my mark. To my gutter. And I'm going to line up my mark to my gutter. Okay, so that's what I've got. And I'm going to glue. I really like to use my own paper that I make on these, but sometimes it's nice to pull out my paper pads and use them, because I love paper pads. So I'm so glad that I decided to do it this way. And sometimes when you've got a few to make, you know, it's just nice to do it this way. And I love this paper pad. And then you can still put your homemade embellishments in here that you've made, or not, you know, you can still use stickers. The person that receives it is still going to be really appreciative of it regardless. I mean, regardless, it's still a very nice gesture to send things to people that you've made. Okay, I like these two together. I think they're so cute. I love the jars. Okay, so now I'm going to do the same thing here. I need to put a piece on the inside. It's going to be a day with those two. So I need to cut this so that I can slide it in there. So I'm going to line up my mark to my gutter.
Movie. That one. I'll walk it. Bobby, go to base.
Don't get in up, Haley.
When do you use this?
I already used some on that dangle, look.
Aww. Mama, so will you make a dangle for us, Christmas?
Yeah, I'll make you one.
Make me one for my bedroom? I want a fowl dangle. Can you make a fowl dangle?
Yeah.
With a butterfly?
Okay, so I put that in there and I'm going to get my glue and stick it underneath. So let me show you on this one what I mean about cutting this off. I'm going to have to go do some parental controlling in a minute. So see, you can cut that off right there, and it does look a little bit better. I should have done that on the other one. So now I'm going to take my 1-inch round punch, get it where I want it, and punch my little thumb hole. Okay. So that's covered. Now I could have put another flip here, but I really only wanted one flip. It's also nice to put like an upward flip, but remember, if you're going to do flips, to do it before you put this paper down. It just looks nicer to do it that way. Okay, so now we've got the inside done. And remember that everything that you add in it makes everything a little bit more bulky. Okay, so this inside of this flap, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the same paper that I cut off here and match it up, but I don't want to butt them together because I want it to fold well. And so I'm going to hold it here where I have it positioned. I'm going to hold it tight. Oh, that didn't work. This is what I'm going to do. Scratch that. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this off. I'm going to put my glue. All around the edges. And in the middle. Now the flap is going to be our closure, so you want to make sure that this is tacked down pretty well because this is going to get handled. And I'm going to line it up, but I'm not going to put it all the way up to butt it up to the other page because I want to leave that space so that it can open and close easily. Okay, and I'm just going to adhere that down. Where did my ice cream card go? There you are. And this helps spread the glue down underneath to give it a good adhesion. And now I'm going to flip this, okay? And I'm going to take my scissors. It's actually easier to use big scissors on things like this. I'm going to take my scissors and just cut the excess. Off. And so that matches up. And it folds really easily. I want to give, I'm going to cover this too, but probably what I'm going to do is open this up and do the same thing for the front cover so this matches this. Okay, and then we still have the back cover to do. So let's see. It's really nice to, I usually will do the front and the back cover the same. I don't know. That's just the way that I do it. So where did I use that polka dot? In the front page. So I was thinking that I could use the polka dot here because I definitely have just enough, but I don't want it to match the very first page on the front cover. So I'm not going to. I'm going to pick something else. I really like this one, so I think I'm going to use it. Okay, so then we're done with papers. But the thing is I'm going to have to do this in 3 different sections, okay? So the first section I'm going to do is this back section because I still want all 3 of these sections to match up when I put them onto the paper. You don't have to do it that way, but that's the way that I want to do it. It's not even going to be that noticeable to the person that gets it unless they lay their book out. But see how this isn't perfectly even? That's one of the reasons why to have all of your pieces completely ready, because they're not always 100% square. I don't know, you can do it how you want it. This is just my way, and we've all got to come up with our own methods for things. One way's not right and the other way's not wrong. It's just we all have our methods, and this just happens to be the method to my madness, so to speak. Okay, so it's lined up in my gutter, and I cut. Alright, so this is going to go here. Stick it down. Okay, now the next one is going to be this page. And so I'm going to take my paper, and I want to do it in the pattern, so my pattern's going to match up. I'm going to cut here. I think my pencil's running out of lead. Here, and I need to find my line here. Okay, so I'm going to put it in my cutter. Trimmer. I call it a cutter. Some people call it a trimmer. I call it a cutter. And my other one, I'm going to put it, line it up to my gutter and cut. Okay, so this one goes here. Make sure I fit. Looks good. Glue. You don't need much glue. That's the one thing when people get those fine liners, they're like, but it doesn't squirt out much glue. You're right, it doesn't, but you don't need as much glue. That's the point of the fine liner. You don't need glue squirting out all over your project. This is my next piece, so we're going to take the glue bottle this time and put it directly onto our flap. I'm going to line this up. But I don't want it on my crease. Press it down. Scissors and cut off the excess. The excess, not access. I have access to my scissors, and I'm going to cut off the excess of my paper. Okay. And so we're completely covered now. So cover, first page, second page, pocket, third page, flip, fourth page, pocket, back cover, close it. See how easy that was? Okay. So I'm going to add a decorative element to my closure. It's a lot to go through, but it will go through it. Trash can is always so far away from me. Okay, so we got that. And that's nice because it's already completely glued, so you're not going to get anything lifting up. Having the cardstock on both sides of this makes it hard to punch, but the fact is it makes it really, really sturdy. Okay, and it looks really super nice. Okay. So I love that. So one other element that I want to do is on my little flip down here, I want to put a heart on the corner. Oh, it helps to open the darn thing to unlock it. So this is kind of confusing on this punches. See how the heart faces down? When you flip it over, the heart is actually going the other way. So be careful with these. But I do want my heart to be over here in the corner. So I'm going to flip this to get it there. I'm going to give enough room around the border so that it's not so close that it, so that then when they open it, the heart's there, but it's a see-through here. Okay, and then I've got a little element there that I can probably use somewhere else in this flip book. Okay, so I don't think I'm going to use punches anymore, so I can put those away. Okay, so now we can start embellishing it. One other thing I'm going to do since I've got my tools out is go ahead and do my eyelet with my very challenging eyelet tool here. So I want my good part of my eyelet to be this way, so I've got to turn my book over. And I want it to be in the middle, but I don't want to get it on that decorative edge. Now somebody told me to hammer my tool, but I really don't have a good surface to be hammering on my desk. So I'm just going to have to do it the way that I typically do it for video purposes. For the other two books that I'm doing, I'm going to take them outside and hammer the heck out of it. Actually, I can probably... I just don't want anybody to cut themselves on that. But see, the front looks good. It's just this side that doesn't look so great. And I didn't quite get that in the middle, but it's good. It's not bad. Not even that noticeable. Okay, so I think I've got all the hardware issues out of the way. So now we can actually decorate. Okay, so I'm going to cut my paper so that I can put my journaling pages in. I'm going to take this, it's just regular copy paper. I'm going to do my handy dandy measuring here. I need to measure it from this side. Take my cutter. And whenever I'm doing this, I always go in just a little bit from my mark because I want it to fit in there really well. I don't want it hanging over the edges at all. And I'm going to put my marks in the gutter. I have like 3 or 4 pieces of paper here. Cut that. So this should be just smaller, probably 1/8 of an inch smaller than the book itself. And then I'm going to hold on to this, fold it in half, get that even, give it a press in the center, get my bone folder, give it a good press. This is kind of tricky, but you can do it. I just roll up the end of it to get it in here. Your paper will lay back down, or you can get one of those long handled staplers. I'm going to staple it. It would be nice to have one of those staplers, but you know, when you don't, you just make things work. I'm going to staple it on both ends, okay? Kind of get your paper to lay back down. And then this is going to go, you know, wherever you want to put it. If you want to put it in the back, if you want to put it in the front, wherever. Now you can do bind to this, but you will mess up the integrity of your envelopes, just so that you know. I did do that once, but you do mess up the integrity, so that's why I don't do it anymore. Now if you have one of those long handled staplers, you can staple this directly into your book. You know, you would just put the reach in there, so I can't do it that way. You could also get a hair tie, which is a good idea. You can get a hair tie, and you know, I have one, let me show you. This one's kind of small for this, but you get the idea. You know, if you can find a big enough hair tie, I think that this will fold my book. Maybe not, since I used cardstock, but you can do that. Which actually, since I used cardstock, this actually isn't a bad idea. I just want to get the, oops, oh, no, it's a bad idea. It's ripping it. So, you know, there's different things you can do. I kind of ripped it up there at the top. I just like to take string. Just do it this way. But anyways, I'm just trying to show you that there are other options. This is just some baker's twine. I'm just going to put this on. Get it even. I like to tie a knot. And then a bow. So then your paper will stay in there, and then they've got like little spots to write in. Okay. I'm going to take this punch here, so the small heart punch. And I am just going to put this in the corner. Of each page. Probably do a couple pages at a time. It just adds, you know, those little touches just add a little something. So see, there's little heart cutouts in the pages. And I just like to do those little touches. Okay. So we've got that so far. And now I need to add some pockets. So I've got all of my scraps that I'm going to use for that. So this first one here, I'm going to mark my width first, so I need to take off just a hair of this. And then it just depends on how deep you want your pocket to be, right? So then decide how deep you want it to be. Make your mark, line your mark up in your gutter, or measure. And then you're ready to glue. Except for you don't want to glue all the way around. At least I caught myself this time. Caught myself before I stuck it to the paper. So you only want to glue around 3 of the edges. Oh, how many of you do that? Am I the only one? Please tell me I'm not. Okay. that darn ice cream card again. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to put washi tape around my edges. It's not holding anything down, it's just giving a decorative element.
Ooh, beautiful, camera.
If it was holding something down, I would want to use glue.
I have an ice cream one.
Because it's cutting my tape for me.
But you're whipping it.
Right, but it gives me a clean edge when I rip it. Okay, so I have a pocket, but I'm gonna put washi
A movie.
across
Yeah, let's. No.
the top.
Stop holding my hair.
Okay. I'm gonna put my circle punch in here. Line it up. And punch. So I put a little finger punch there. Or a little finger tabby there. Now this one has a pocket, so I don't need to put one there, but I think I'm going to put some washi around it because I like the washi on it.
Yeah, no. Ow. Yay. But I want my scissors upon my hair.
Okay, so there's that. We've got a flip here. So we can do a couple of things with the flip. I think I'll put a pocket here. I'll use this paper. I don't really think that paper goes well. That one's too short. I'm gonna put my mark in my gutter. I know that the writing is going the wrong direction, but I don't care. Oh. I can make it go the right way. Great. So I'm not gonna measure. I'm just gonna make my pocket as deep as I think I want it to be. I'm only gonna put the glue on 3 sides. Because sometimes I learn from my mistakes. And then what's cute about that is that heart, even though it's upside down, it still looks cute there. Because it's a different color underneath of it. Okay, so we've got that. So let me see what to wash it. I won't tease. I think I'll do this one. I don't remember where, I think I might have got these little washies at the Dollar Tree. I'm going to start using my washi. I'm not going to hoard it anymore. It's silly to hoard it. Hoard it, and then what, you die with a bunch of washi tape and then somebody sticks it in a garage sale. That's silly. Or they throw it away. Might as well use it and make other people happy with it. Okay, for the flip, what I'm going to do, I know it's thin washi, but I should still be able to get half of it on the flip part of this. And then fold it over. Like that. So my friend Sean, he started a YouTube channel and made his first video. Yay, Sean! And it has him and his 2 kids in it. And they do the Bean Boozled challenge. So I am going to link Sean's channel below. He's an artist. He's actually a really good artist. I'm talking like with paint and spray cans and fire and all kinds of stuff. So please go check out Sean's channel and subscribe to him. It would make me really, really happy if you would do that and give him some love and support. You guys may remember Sean as Mr. Tellerian, who sent me some awesome stuff off my wish list just a few weeks ago. I thought he was a stalker, remember that video? That's Sean. So his YouTube channel is TAP, T-A-P. And those are something to do with initials of his kids and him. So I will link it below this video, but if you guys could really please go and support their channel. They're a wonderful group of people, and it would mean the world to me if we could get him some subscribers for his channel. He's going to put some of his art videos on there, and he's learning some crafting stuff. And he's married, ladies. He's married to a beautiful woman named Rhonda. So he's taken. But he's not bad to look at. I'll just throw that in there. I'll just put that out there. So you might want to go take a peek. Not to mention he's a very nice guy. So please go check out Sean's channel and give him some support. It's hard when you first start out on YouTube and trying to get followers, and you're nervous anyways because you're new to it all and you don't know what you're doing, and then you don't know if people are liking what you're doing, and you're nervous, and it's not an easy thing. He could use some support over there. Can't wait to see some of the things that he creates, because he is kind of a loon in a nice way. I think that he's going to be pretty dang entertaining, and I can't wait to see what he comes up with. So excited that he decided to start a channel. And you get to see his kids wax him, because that's all I'm going to say. Okay, I think I'm good with the washi. Washi's fun. Okay, so we've got that part done. We're almost there, you guys. We just really need to decorate it. And I'm not going to decorate a whole lot because I really want them to use this as a journal or some kind of a photo type album. So I'm not going to put a lot into it. I'm going to put a little, but I'm not going to put a lot. Okay, so I've got my embellishment box out. I've got a bunch of embellishments that other people have sent me. I really need to start using them. I tend to hoard those too because they were made and sent to me, so I have a hard time using them. But I really do need to start. But I'm gonna put some of mine in here. So they've got a journaling space, but I think I'm gonna get some tags. Okay, so I've got some of these tags, and I can do a lot with these as far as covering them with the papers that I used, which is so simple to do. Okay, so all you have to do, you could also just cut tags out of the paper since it's cardstock, but since I have 1,000 of these, I might as well use these. But it's really easy to cut tags out of cardstock. Believe me, I did it before I got these. So I'm just going to take, I'm actually going to line it up at this bottom corner here. Sun's coming in the window and blinding me, and I love it. Cut the extra. Okay. I don't know where my itty bitty went. It probably fell behind my desk. My itty bitty hole punch. So I'm going to attempt this guy. I'm just going to punch that hole out. That was actually the perfect size for that. Okay, so I got that. You know, I'm opening new packages of index cards. It's like, what happens to the one that I had? I don't know. Oh, there's one up there on my shelf. These ones are like paper thin. What happened to index cards that were like index cards? So you could do it this way, right? And they could write sideways on it, but we'll do it this way. Since I'm on a theme here. I should put it on here. Thing about using these fine line things is you don't have glue squirting out all over the place, which is awesome. I'm just looking for something. I'm looking for a little scrap. Looking for a little scrap of something. you don't have glue sticking out all over the place, which is a really big plus because I used to get glue all over the place before I had this fine liner, and it would just like be sticking all over everything. So it's just, you know, those simple little things that you can add that just take moments. I just punched a little heart with my little heart punch, stuck some of that washi tape on there, and put the card on there. And look how cute that is. You just get that little added special touch on there that adds so much to it. So those little details that I really, really enjoy putting on somebody's gift. Okay, so I'm going to add the same string I used when I bound that signature in there. And there you go. And I got this little tag in here. They could put a picture on here and journal on the back. I'm going to add one more element. I've got these little hearts. They're kind of mixed media. I've got these little things that somebody made me that are adorable. I didn't make these, but somebody made them and sent them to me, so I'm going to use it. It's cute, and it goes with this page well, so I'm going to put it on here. Sticking it down with some glue. So cute. And so the things that you add to the pockets or put into the pockets add so much to the flip book. Okay, so we've got that in on the front of it. And then let's see what I can add to the back of it. Just believe I made this one. And I think it will go perfect right here. So see what a cute and easy, quick tag. That was to make. I've got these little paper clips that somebody sent me in Happy Mail. I think I will take something out of my box here. Let's see, let's stick this in its spot. And let's take this little guy. Do I want to stick it there? think I do. I think I'm going to take it and glue it. I was going to paper clip it, but then the more I think about it, I think the paper clip will make the book too thick. So this is another reason to sit and make embellishments. Just sit down, spend a few hours just making a bunch of embellishments, throw them in a container and have them ready for when you sit down to create something like this. Okay, so front page, or the first page is done. Okay, so you open it up, first page, I made this little tag, it has a little journaling spot, they can put a picture here. Okay, look how cute that is. Now this one, we could do a couple of cards to stick in there. I think that that would be a fabulous idea. So let's get a couple cards, except for the thing is I don't like how flimsy these are. So we're going to back them with our paper. What are you getting in the refrigerator for? Are you hungry? Okay, I thought maybe I might be able to get 2 on there, but I can't. So let's stick this on here. Give a little body and a little decoration to the index card.
I got something at home I took. A lentil. I get to bite it with my
So again, you can ink the edges of these if you want, but for this one I'm just doing more of a clean look. Okay, you can stamp a little message on here, or you could add another embellishment. If you don't have embellishments, then just stamp stuff on it. I don't know how much is going to show up on this. You know, like this. I've got this one. It says Love God. I'm going to stick this on here. Okay, so they've got a little index card that they can do some journaling on. I'm going to take my little heart stamp, go in the corner, cut a heart out. Okay, I'm going to stick this in there, so they've got a little dilly willy to pull out. And then let's do another one. It's too small. Got a big piece of this. So I'm going to glue this one. So I hope this is giving you guys some ideas. I love using index cards. For one thing, they're so economical to buy. You can get them at the Dollar Tree for $1, a whole package of them. And they're so good to put into things because, you know, if you're making one of these flip books and you're making it a usable flip book like this, they can use them as journaling cards. And how perfect is that? You know, it doesn't even need any explanation because it's obvious what it's for. It's a unique gift. It's not just something that's gonna just look pretty, that somebody's gonna just get in the mail and look at once and go, oh, that's so pretty, and then sit on a shelf or put away in a tote. It's actually gonna get used. Most just don't show up very good. That doesn't look right. This one says, the Lords. I took a sticker sheet, and what I do is I copy them, and instead of cutting the words out, I use it as paper. And then I took the sticker sheet and cut a word out and put it on the other side of the heart. So that makes these cute little embellishments. I'm going to take my pink gel glitter pen, go around the outside of my heart very carefully to just highlight that. Okay, and then they've got all right, so now we need to put something here. She would look cute there, but she kind of blended in a little too much. I like this one. It says moments. These embellishments are honestly just made with scraps. And they're so fun to make. It's lifting up right here, so I'm going to put some glue underneath that. And that's perfect for this page because I gave her journaling cards to stick in there. Okay, then I feel like I need something above it. So I've got that one. Love sets faith in motion. Or thankful heart. I like thankful heart. The colors look better. And go up a little bit higher. Okay, so that one's done. And we've got our flip. That one's got a leak in it, so I don't want to put I'm going to stick this one there. It says so much to see. I'll just put that in there. I can pull that out. Got that there, so maybe I'll put another tag. Put it through the side that you want up. Grab your loops and pull. Okay, should probably put something on there. What should we put? You know, I've got this washi tape. This washi a lot. I waited for it to go in, so happiness. I'm gonna put that on there. Can you guys see? When I turned my camera, my battery died. When I turn my camera back on, it takes me closer in. So I have to remember to check that. So I'm going to take my gel pen and I'm going to go around it. I'm going to do a double line. Just to make it stand out a bit. And let's see what I can put on it. I like that. Lift my soul. I'm just going to put some glue on the back of this. I'm going to stick this on here straight. I like to have things diagonal and then something to be straight. Okay, so journaling card and then a tag with happiness on the front. So that is going to go into my pocket. Okay, a little message here, and then we need to put something here. So let's see what we can do. I've got this little washi tape bun. He looks pretty cute on there. I don't know, it's a commercial. One of them's gonna come in. Oh, he looks cute on there. I'm sharing one of my buns, one of my washi tape buns. Look. So cute. Okay, last page. I don't really want to cover up the jars because the jars are so stinking cute, but we will with a jar. We'll cover it up with a jar. Will this stick? Can we stick the jar with the jar? Stick the jar with the bottle of glue onto the jars? I don't know, we could try it. Stick it on top of a jar. I'm just gonna hold it for a sec. Give it some good pressure. And other than that, I really don't want to stick anything else on this page because I like the jars. We need to stick something inside. Oh, I did. I stuck this inside. And I need to make a note card for my note. Yeah, that's gonna stick good. So I think I'll use more jars.
Chance to see this.
Oh, is that the fairy garden?
Yes. Can you put that on us?
On your wish list?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'll put it on your Amazon wish list.
And another whisper. Do sunflowers. I like sunflowers. Can you do sunflowers on my wish list?
Sunflowers.
Yes, my favorite.
So I'm going to punch a heart down here.
I keep getting wrinkles.
Actually, I'm going to punch it down here. Okay, I know that it's this way and I'm going to write this way, but it's okay. And I'm going to write up here just a note, dot, dot, dot. Sometimes those gel pens take a while to dry, so you got to be a little careful. And then I want to put something on the front of this. I want to put, I know what I want to put, I just got to find it. No, not that, no, not that.
Maybe I got some of my family, but I have to got some. I only have to get.
Isn't it weird how when you want to find something you can't, but when you don't want to find it, it's always on top? It's the way it is for me anyways. finding everything but that. I found it. Okay. I'm going to put it on this side. Right here. Okay, and then I still need something here. I'm going to put this one. Never give up. And I know exactly who this one is going to. For the person that's going to receive this, this is a special message for you. Okay? And so the card that will have my message on it is going to go in this back pocket. Okay? You don't need that. So there we go. It's not even too fat. It's perfect. So now we're going to make the closure. So I need a pretty good size piece of string. Cut it off. I need just one of these. Whoops, I just tied a knot in it. No, no, no. You can tie a knot in it, and I probably will at the end because this baker's twine tends to unravel. So I need enough to tie a bow. So your loop is on this end, your string is on this end, okay? So you just need to make the loop and leave enough to tie. You're going to take that loop, stick it through your eyelet or whatever you used, take the ends and pull them through, just like when you put your string on your tags. Pull it. Now the baker's twine stays tight, so you don't need to tie it or anything. Take your short piece, leave it in the front. Take your long piece and wrap. I should be able to wrap twice with this length. They should be pretty even, which they are. That takes practice to get it even. And you're going to tie it. Okay, and tie your bow. I pull my ends up, clip them even. Okay, and there, we're done. Boop. Boop. It's cute if you want to do something to the front. Now, I typically don't do things to the front or the back cover. I'll put my stamp on here and it says made with love, and I sign it and date it. But I want them to be able to like stick this in their purse or stick this in a bag so that they can take this along with them on their journey if they're going to use this for like a weekend journal, a trip journal, or whatever. I want them to be able to take this and put this in their bag. If I've got a bunch of stuff on the outside of this, chances are it's going to come off. It's not going to be secure enough to weather the trip. So that's why I'll show you my friend Rhonda's, because this isn't Rhonda's book. And she knows that I already made her one of these. So I made dangles for the people that I'm sending gifts to. And so what I'll do with the person that this is going to, I'm going to put this dangle on here. I'll probably add a jump ring or something. Somehow I'll attach this. So this will go on here like this. I'll attach it better. It's not going to just be on the string like this. And so that will be on the outside. But this isn't going to hinder anything. And it's on this little clip, so they can take it off if they want to, or they can leave it on here. You could also put a jump ring onto this and have this dangle. These clips are not the easiest thing. Somehow, I've never done it, but you could have this on the outside of here too. I don't know how people do it. I've never done it that way. I've always put it here. So I am going to put, probably what I'm going to do is put my jump ring on one of these strings right here, or on my loop right here, and then I'll attach my dangle. Now on the other one that I made on the live stream, I did take the hook off because it was long and it like was coming off. This one isn't as bad. It still hangs off a little bit, but I think I'm going to leave it on. I think I'm going to leave it on there. And I don't know, I just like it, and it has their name on it. It just personalizes it a little bit. But we're done, you guys. So when you wrap it back up, you just take your long string and you go around and then you tie it. Okay. Blink. And you're done. So let me flip through one more time. Let me come in close. You guys can so do this. You so can. I have every confidence in the world that you can do this. These envelope flip books are so easy. Just make one, and yes, it might be difficult the first time, but make a second one. I'm telling you, it does get easier the more you make, okay? So here's our first page. Okay, we put a pocket here, made this tag, flip it over, it has a journaling spot here. Don't forget the little details like this. They add so much to your project. Okay, I didn't make this embellishment. This was gifted to me, but look how gorgeous it is, and it goes perfect with this page. So that slides in, and then this is our second page. Embellishments that I had previously made. It has these two little journaling cards in it. So they're decorated on this side. Then you flip them over, and they're just simply index cards. Details. Okay, slide them back in. Go in. Go in your home. I like to spread them out a little bit so that they can see that there's more than one in there, and it looks neat. Okay, our third page is a flip. I could put something here, and I still might. Look at this, would be perfect right here. I didn't make these. These were gifted to me as well. But the color is perfect, so we're going to use it. Oop. And then if they want to put a picture there, they can just take this off and put a picture, which is probably what I would do. Okay. So that's there. So they flip it down. This is one of my washi tape appliques. Flip it down. They've got this. They could take this off. They could even take this off and use it in something else. Put a picture here, put a picture here. Take this off. They could put a picture here. They've got another card. I just overlapped my index card so they have a full card of journaling. And this is the front. Happiness and lift my soul. Okay, that slides back in here. Don't forget the details. More details with the little heart punches on each of these pages, which adds so much. It's so cute. You could go ahead and punch little messages on each one of these pages too with your, or stamp little messages. And then this one, that glue held this down nicely. If they'd want to take this off, they can, but it's a little shaker. Okay. And then I put a mat for a picture back here. They want to put a mat, or they could always use this to journal on. and then just a note, a message that says never give up. Okay, and just a note with one of my homemade embellishments that say faith. I'm going to have this sticking out so they know that there's a note there. And then I'm going to print off my favorite scriptures. I have those saved in the computer, and tuck those in here as well, and probably add a couple more little goodies in here. But for the person that's getting it, they don't know who's getting it, but one of you know that you're getting it. And I want there to be some surprises when you open this up. Okay. Just tie it. I will put their dangle on it. And there we go. Hope that helps. And I hope that you, and you, all of you, have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world. And as always, God bless. Bye-bye. Love you.